Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. You're smart. You're not getting your news on CNN or MSNBC or Fox. You're coming here to the Political Vigilante. And I hope you get to go to the patreon.com/Graham Elwood because YouTube is throttling my numbers. My money is down by about 60 or 70% from YouTube, and I stopped doing the Amazon affiliate code. So please, folks, help me out on Patreon. Think about what you spend even $5 a month on that you don't need. An extra cup of overpriced coffee from a massive conglomeration, or you could help me out. And you get bonus content, you get free stuff, you get cool. There's a poll I put out there for Patreon supporters whether I should wear collared shirts or stick with the t-shirts. Overwhelmingly, you guys are big t-shirt fans. Well, here's something crazy. A pro-capitalist publication, Insider Business, Business Insider, Capitalism Insider Business, put out this. Socialism's here today in Venezuela and South Africa. Is the US next? Are you guys really? This is the last grasp of the corporate state. Some old dude, some old white guy is writing this thinking, well, this worked in the 70s and 80s. I remember growing up with that as a kid, you know, socialism's bad. I remember hearing Reagan and George H.W. Bush, you know, the old man, talking about socialized medicine's bad and getting people to buy it. This country is overwhelmingly becoming more socialist. Millennials are like, ugh, I grew up, I was born into, you know, my parents foreclosing on their home and a recession, and all I've known, you know, we're in the global war on terror for 17 years. Next year, there will be 18-year-olds going off to war who were born when 9/11 happened. Their entire life, we've been fighting the global war on terror. That's coming next year. And it's this crap. Right? What other scare texts do they use? Oh, look at these scary brown men. Oh, he looks like some crazy dictator. Oh, this guy, he wants to punch you. He wants to punch you nice, God-fearing capitalists right in your awful, God-loving capitalist American pie-eating baseball hot dog faces. Oh, fists clenched. Oh. Black guy, they're coming for you. Watch out. That's what this is saying. That's what this is saying. They keep talking about it's failing. It keeps failing. Socialism keeps failing. Really? Socialism. Amid all the promises made by the American neo-socialists who are now ascendant in the Democratic Party. Oh, you're so funny. You really don't understand the Democratic Party, do you? There's a handful of progressives trying to change it. Everyone else is on the take. One stark reality stands out as a warning. Socialism, wherever it's been tried, has been a failure. Wait a minute. Well, here's an article by Ryan Cooper. First of all, when I read this part, I just Googled what countries is socialism successful? All these negative articles came up just automatically. And how many countries are socialist? The first one that keeps popping up is this Forbes article that says, hey, burn bros, Norway and Finland and these countries are not socialist. In Forbes. Oh, really? Another capitalist propaganda magazine is telling us that socialism is bad. So I had to dig deep to find this. If Democrats are so bad, why is Norway so great? Norway, like, everyone's happy. They've got great health care. They've got college. They've got low crime. They've got all this stuff. And the Forbes article was like, oh, socialism, Norway's not socialist and blah, blah, blah. They use this. They have capitalism in there. They spy and sell goods. But they have way more socialized things. You know, Norway, where Bernie Sanders is a centrist. But back to the bullshit article in Business or Daily Inside Lies, Capitalism is Great.gov. Both Venezuela and South Africa, each in its own way, are in socialism's inevitable death throes. Oh, I wish I had this asshole's home phone number, because you know he still has a home phone, when the next recession hits. I don't want another recession to hit, but it's going to happen. I'm scared. What's it going to mean for me financially? It's going to happen. They have regulated nothing. They have let the banks get away with everything. They've given them money. Nobody went to jail. They did Dodd-Frank, which is like, you know, it's like a support the troops sticker on like a gas-guzzling SUV. Oh, great. Thanks. Both choose socialism. Now both are committing ritual economic suicide by adopting policies that will bring misery, hunger, social despair, economic chaos, hyperinflation, collapsing standards of living, and finally and tragically, mass death. Socialism is going to bring all of that? Wow, I guess this guy hasn't read the study that 60% of Americans don't have $1,000 in savings, and there's large portions of this country that are living in third world conditions. You know when people die every year from contaminated water? That's unregulated capitalism. Oil spills, that's unregulated. That's the death throes of capitalism. Everything's for sale. The government's been bought and sold. And you're telling me socialism is the thing. You mean Venezuela? We always try to, all these countries that we've started to get coups because Venezuela has a bunch of oil. They won't play ball with us. So, oh, we got to go down there and fuck it up. That's not in your little article, is it? Why is this all so important? Because as we mentioned, the Democratic Party seems to be having a fling with socialism right now. Guarded by far-left leading lights such as Socialist Bernie Sanders. He's an independent. He's not in the Democratic Party. You fucknut. Senator Elizabeth Warren, kind of left, but also gave Trump $80 billion for the war machine that he didn't ask for. Doesn't seem very socialist to me. And DMC Chairman Tom Perez. Yeah. Tom Perez is a left-wing socialist. Yeah, just I can't even. Tom Perez is a left-wing, so just like, yeah, Jimmy Dore is a big pro-cop guy. Yeah, Tom Perez is a left-wing socialist, just like Abby Martin is a big Clinton supporter. Oh. So this is clearly to just conservatives that are scared that a democratic socialist, like Ocasio-Cortez, this was written right after Ocasio-Cortez won, of course. And then this poll by Gallup, let's read this. Perhaps it's not so surprising. A recent Gallup poll showed that more Democrats have a positive view of socialism, 57%, than capitalism, 47%. This is the first in Gallup's history. The Democratic Party is a de facto socialist party today. Wow, this is great. I mean, this is like, he just brought up some article from 1983, and old Republicans are going to read this and go, oh, socialism. Where's Brezhnev? Tom Perez takes, like, Chuck, these guys, look at what corporations give money to the Democratic Party, you dipshit. You should read this Gallup poll and go, man, capitalism, we're in trouble. We have a system that is out of whack. People are dying. But no, he's in New York or DC, taking a limousine to some glass tower in an expensive suit, who sees a homeless guy and probably thinks, that guy didn't work hard enough. I earned this. Oh, really? Privileged white guy, baby boomer. You think the homeless guy is there because he didn't work hard enough? No, he's there because capitalism fails. Every time you see a homeless person, know this: it's the failure of capitalism. We are the richest country in the history of the world. If we had highly regulated capitalism, we could have everything we wanted. If the Federal Reserve wasn't taking taxes as a theft, it's flat out theft. If you watch the modern monetary theory videos I've done with Citizens Media TV, you'll know this. Every time you see a homeless person, that's the failure of capitalism. That's somebody who wasn't given the opportunities, or maybe the system failed them, they lost their this or their that, their home, their job, and there was no safety net for them, or they're suffering severe mental illness and they're on the street doing self-medicating with street drugs. That's what happens from capitalism. The Soviet Union was not socialist. It was a totalitarian government, okay? That spent crazy amounts of money on the war machine to keep tabs with us. And now we're trying to bring back the Red Scare so that defense contractors can go back to the record profits they made in the early 80s during the height of the Red Scare, the height of the Cold War. That's what this is about. That's what Investors Business Daily, capitalist, rich white guy, golf club, doesn't give a fuck about the poor thinks. Thanks for watching the show. And you're all making Gotham great again.